Hello everyone, welcome back to Relax History AI. They are the immortal icons of the Wild West. Bass Reeves, the fearless enforcer of justice. Nat Love, the legendary black cowboy. Mary Fields, the first woman to drive a mail coach through dangerous frontiers. And many others left behind indelible marks in history. Based on reliable historical sources, enhanced with professional restoration software and cutting-edge AI technology, these faces return, clearer and more lifelike than ever, as if history never truly left us. Who would you like to meet next? Leave a comment below. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video.
Number 1.
Bass Reeves, 1838-1910, was the first black deputy marshal west of the Mississippi River. Born into slavery, he escaped during the American Civil War and became a legendary figure of the Wild West. With over 3,000 successful arrests, Reeves was famous for his sharpshooting skills and unwavering sense of justice. Many believe his life inspired the character of the Lone Ranger, a true icon of law and freedom in American history.
Number 2.
Nat Love, 1854-1921, known as Deadwood Dick, was one of the most famous black cowboys of the American West. Born into slavery, he taught himself to read and write before setting out to become a legendary cowboy. Love became famous for his horseback riding, sharpshooting, and victories in cowboy competitions. He recorded his life story in an autobiography, leaving behind a lasting image of freedom and adventure in American history.
Number 3.
Bill Pickett, 1870-1932, a legendary black cowboy, became famous for inventing the bulldogging technique, wrestling steers to the ground by biting their lips. Born to African American and Native American parents, Pickett wowed rodeo crowds across America. He became a pioneer in cowboy entertainment and was later honored in the Cowboy Hall of Fame. Bill Pickett stands as a true symbol of bravery, skill, and the pioneering spirit of America.
Number 4.
Mary Fields, 1832-1914, known as Stagecoach Mary, was the first black woman to work as a U.S. mail carrier. Born into slavery, she broke barriers to become a symbol of resilience. Armed with a pistol and her trademark cigar, Mary bravely delivered mail across the dangerous routes of Montana. Loved by the people, she became a living legend of the American West, remembered for her courage, strength, and unwavering spirit.
Number 5.
Sarah Winnemucca, 1844-1891, was the most prominent 19th century Paiute woman, an activist, interpreter, and writer who fiercely advocated for Native American rights. The daughter of Chief Winnemucca, she was multilingual and served as a translator for the U.S. Army. In 1883, she published Life Among the Paiutes, the first autobiography written by a Native American woman. Sarah became a powerful voice for her people, confronting injustice with courage and bridging cultures through education and eloquence.
Number 6.
Cole Younger, 1844-1916, was a notorious member of the infamous James Younger Gang, born in Missouri. He fought in the Civil War before joining Jesse James in a series of daring robberies across the American frontier. The gang became famous for bank, stagecoach, and train robberies. After the failed Northfield, Minnesota raid, Cole was captured and spent 25 years in prison. In later life, he lived quietly, remembered as one of America's most infamous outlaws.
Number 7.
Jim Younger, 1848-1902, was the younger brother of Cole Younger and a member of the notorious James Younger Gang. After fighting in the American Civil War, Jim joined his brothers and Jesse James in a series of bank and train robberies across the West. Captured after the failed Minnesota raid, Jim was sentenced to life in prison. After being paroled, he lived in despair and died not long after, remembered as one of America's most well-known outlaws.
Number 8.
Sam Bass, 1851-1878, became famous as Texas's most notorious train and bank robber. Born in Indiana, he turned to crime after failing as a cattleman. Bass carried out a series of bold robberies, including the famous Union Pacific train heist that netted tens of thousands of dollars in gold. Hunted by lawmen, he was shot and killed in Round Rock, Texas. Sam Bass remains a legendary symbol of outlaw life in the Wild West.
Number 9.
Johnny Ringo, 1850-1882, was known as one of the deadliest gunslingers in Arizona. Allegedly connected to the Cowboys gang, he was rumored to be an enemy of Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday. Ringo was famous for his mysterious, violent, yet charismatic nature. His death, found in the woods with a single gunshot wound, remains an unsolved mystery. Johnny Ringo is forever linked to the legends of the American Wild West.
Number 10.
Ben Thompson, 1843-1884, was one of the most feared and famous gunmen of the American West. Born in England, he moved to Texas and fought in the Civil War. Known as both a hired gun and a gambler, he later became the elected Marshal of Austin, respected for keeping order. His life ended in a violent ambush in San Antonio. Ben Thompson is remembered as a complex symbol of both law and violence in the Wild West.
Number 11.
James Felix Bridger, 1804-1881, better known as Jim Bridger, was a legendary figure of the American West. Starting as a fur trapper, he became a fearless explorer, venturing into uncharted lands like the Great Salt Lake Valley and the Yellowstone River. As co-founder of Fort Bridger and a scout for the U.S. Army, Jim Bridger helped shape the map of the frontier, embodying the rugged determination and pioneering courage of his era.
Number 12.
Jedediah Smith, 1799-1831, was one of the first great explorers to cross the Rocky Mountains and open the American West. As a fur trapper and hunter, he blazed trails through uncharted wilderness from the Sierra Nevada to the Pacific coast. He was also the first American to cross the Mojave Desert, though his life ended early in a conflict with Native Americans. Jedediah Smith is remembered as a pioneering pathfinder who helped shape America's expansion westward.
Number 13.
Isom Dart, 1849-1900, born Ned Huddleston, was a famous black cowboy and gunman of the American West, accused of being involved with cattle rustling gangs. He was also known as a skilled rancher, respected by many in his community. His life ended in an ambush near his home in Colorado. Isom Dart remains a symbol of a chaotic era when law and outlaw life were often intertwined in the Wild West.
Number 14.
Bose Ikard, 1843. 1929, was one of the most famous black cowboys in the history of the American West. Born into slavery, he became the trusted right-hand man of Charles Goodnight, a pioneer of the Goodnight, loving cattle trail. Ikard was known for his loyalty, courage, and survival skills on the frontier. He was later honored on his gravestone as a true friend and hero of the American West.
Number 15.
William Anderson, 1839. 1864, commonly known as Bloody Bill, was one of the most brutal Confederate guerrilla leaders during the American Civil War, leading the Quantrill Raiders. He spread terror through savage ambushes, most notoriously the 1864 Centralia Massacre, with black hair tied in ribbons and bullet belts across his chest. Bloody Bill became a symbol of unchecked frontier violence, hunted by Union forces. He was finally killed in an ambush later that same year.
Number 16.
Laura Bullion, 1876-1961, was a famous female outlaw in Butch Cassidy's Wild Bunch gang. Nicknamed the Rose of the Wild Bunch, she took part in bank and train robberies alongside some of the West's most wanted men. After her capture and time in prison, she lived quietly under an assumed name. Despite her criminal past, Laura Bullion is remembered as one of the most famous female outlaws of the American West.
Number 17.
James Brown Miller, 1861-1909, known by nicknames such as Killer Jim, Deacon Jim, or Killin' Jim, was one of the most infamous hired guns of the American West, always dressed sharply, wearing a hidden steel breastplate, and reading the Bible before each killing. He was linked to over 20 murders, including the assassination of Sheriff Pat Garrett. In 1909, he was lynched by a Texas mob without trial, becoming a violent emblem of frontier justice and outlaw reckoning.
Number 18.
Chris Madsen, 1851-1944, a Danish-born veteran, became one of Oklahoma's most famous U.S. Marshals. After serving in the U.S. Army, he joined law enforcement and became part of the Three Guardsmen, alongside Bill Tilghman and Heck Thomas. Madsen played a key role in bringing down notorious outlaw gangs like the Doolin, Dalton Gang. He is remembered as a symbol of justice and order during the turbulent days of the American frontier.
Number 19.
Heck Thomas, 1850-1912, was one of Oklahoma's most famous U.S. Marshals, part of the legendary Three Guardsmen, alongside Bill Tilghman and Chris Madsen. Known for his relentless pursuit of notorious outlaw gangs like the Doolin, Dalton Gang, Thomas earned a reputation for his toughness and dedication. His efforts helped bring law and order to the chaotic frontier. Heck Thomas is remembered as a true symbol of justice in the American West.
Number 20.
Bill Tilghman, 1854-1924, was one of the most famous U.S. Marshals and lawmen of the American West. Alongside Chris Madsen and Heck Thomas, he formed the legendary Three Guardsmen, who took down outlaw gangs. Tilghman was also known for directing one of the earliest cowboy movies in history. He was killed while keeping the peace in Cromwell, Oklahoma. Bill Tilghman is remembered as a symbol of justice and the pioneering spirit of America. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to share it with your friends and hit subscribe so you won't miss our next exciting content.